and Ashley Goody. We are ready to rock and roll. Washington and Brea Cunningham. The tip is won by Sasha Washington into the arms of Aubrey Galvin. Join us for 40, will ya? Jackalenga Menentonda, the transfer from Texas this year. Right away, Blakes gets bumped. And not even 15 seconds in, Shane Foster, Michaela Blakes is headed to the line for two.
Well, that's one of the things that really makes her an incredible player, is that not only can she score, but she can get herself to the free throw line and really help her team there as well.
Blakes is an 84.5% free throw shooter. Vic Schaefer already talking to one of the officials about that foul call as Blakes gets the first to go. Blakes goes a perfect 2 for 2. By the way, that foul was on Cunningham, her first. You see the starting five. We talked about Harmon and Booker. Listen, it was Justice Carlton, the sophomore at Katy, Texas, the big reason why they beat number 18 Kentucky on Monday, as Booker gets her first easy two.
Well, Texas is going to come out and not only run their offense, but then on the defensive side of the floor, they're going to pressure, and they're going to make sure that you feel uncomfortable. So this is really going to be one of the best games that people get a chance to see all year.
We talked about Blakes, but listen, Aubrey Galvin, the freshman out of Deerfield, Illinois, she is somebody to watch here today. Crashing and colliding, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Justine Passat, the senior out of Toms River, New Jersey.
Well, Justine got herself going pretty fast. She tried to use the side step to get to the side of the defense, but when you're a great player, you play it on both sides. As you see Harmon getting in perfect position for the charge right there.
I think Rory Harmon goes to sleep at night just dreaming about taking a charge when the game starts, and right away, that's exactly what she does. Kyla Oldacre, and how about that? The soft touch from double zeros.
Absolutely. What a great post move right there. Taking advantage of her size, using the touch, get it in the basket.
Oldacre averaging 11 points per game, almost 7 rebounds per game. Sasha Washington, they got the switch on the smaller guard in Harmon. Nobody picked up one in Tunda, and against her former team, an easy lay-in.
Absolutely. Such a good player, has good size, can finish around the basket with both hands. They're going to need her to have a special day in order to have a chance here against Texas. One
of the most dominant wins of the season for Vanderbilt on Monday night, beating number 10 Oklahoma. Mid-range game is no good. Battle for the board, an offensive rebound there for Carlton. And then Harmon leaves the jumper short. Kick out, Trey on the way is true. That is Jordan Lee, the sophomore out of Stockton, California, averaging a touch over 13 points per game. And how about that last touch by Michaela Blakes as she turns it over, and it was Madison Booker that forced it.
Well, Texas not only has really good size, but they also have the athleticism to full court press.
There is Vic Schaefer, 6th season at Texas, 167 wins in 6 seasons, spent 8 seasons at Mississippi State and Sam Houston State. He is one of the best coaches in the country, one of the best people you'll get the chance to meet. Fumbling it that time was Carlton. 3 to shoot. Lee's got to go. Spin move in the lane. Tried to kiss it off the window. It is no good. Rebound to Washington.
Sasha Washington's really going to have a special game here today in order for Vanderbilt to do what they are accustomed to doing, because with this kind of size, you need some athleticism and you need some grit and determination on the inside.
You can see Texas starting in a man-to-man defense. Galvin inside, what a feed to Washington, who missed it, got her own miss though. One of the best offensive rebounders in the country. Washington lost it, Galvin tried to save it, and it's thrown over to Oldacre as Harmon now pushes. Lee wants a second. Couldn't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, but shuffling her feet that time was Oldacre. It's going the other way.
The size is already a problem. Texas coming in with such size around the basket that it's making it hard for the Commodores to defend on the inside.
Shea Ralph, 5th season at Vanderbilt, was an assistant at UConn for 13 plus seasons. She has built a powerhouse program here. Now in year number 5, they got back to the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. Back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances. They're fighting for a 1 seed here in 2026. Aaliyah Del Rosario, the LSU transfer. Nice kick. Some of the best three-point snipers in the country, and the crowd loves it.
She lined it up, then knocked it down. Justine Pissot for three.
Pissot shooting the tray at 45%, averaging 11.5 points per game. Madison Booker, mid-range game, no good. Rebound to Galvin.
Well, the Commodores are showing their size as well.
This is one of the best matchups you'll see all season. Galvin and Harmon. How about Aubrey Galvin? Got the pick from Rosario and then got the two to go.
Got herself on balance to shoot the mid-range shot off the bounce and knocked it down.
So Vanderbilt started this game with a 2-0 lead thanks to Michaela Blake's 2 free throws. Tough shot there by Justice Carlton. Aubrey Galvin almost gets it taken away. Tanda. The foul on Oldacre. Got Oldacre in the air. That's such a graduate student senior savvy play.
Well, the pass from Michaela came right on time, got her on the move, and she was sprinting, and then she did a great job of coming to that jump stop, getting on those 2 feet, getting the defense up in the air, and then going in and creating the contact, getting herself to the free throw line.
Tanda, the graduate student out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 7.5 points per game. And listen, Vic Schaefer had a wonderful quote in the presser earlier this week. He said, "I love Jackalenga, grew each and every year here at Texas as Booker could not get it to go. Loves her family, talked about her mother, and he loves that she's starring in the role at Vanderbilt as Blaze couldn't get the finger roll, but got her own miss." And then it's picked off. Listen, I know we just had Super Bowl Sunday between the Seahawks and Patriots, but Justice Carlton was thinking pick 2.
Yeah, and it's a physical game as well, so there's a lot of action happening on the floor. This game's going to settle down, and you're going to see Shea Ralph get into a playbook as this game goes on. But right now, they're just trying to weather the storm and continue to be aggressive on both sides themselves.
So Texas is coming off a 64-53 win over number 18 Kentucky. Didn't shoot it all that great as Del Rosario gets the block. Galvin pump fake. Blake's thought about it. Justine Pissot for 3, and it is good.
Oh my goodness. It's rated threes by Justine Pissot here in Memorial Gym. Great setup by all the greatest players on the Commodore team. Michaela finding it for the 3.
Texas just 3 of 11 from the floor. Oldacre inside, trying to barrel her way through. Great 1v1 defending there by Pissot, who just hit the 3 on the other end. Watch Galvin create, step back 3. She got it!
I mean, they are playing high-level basketball right here. You saw her probing, understanding what the defense was doing. They went under the screen. She steps back for the 3. You can count it all day long for the freshman point guard.
Texas shooting 25%. Vanderbilt shooting 63% to start. Oldacre couldn't get it once again. And how about Aaliyah Del Rosario right now?
Playing a huge role, coming in, matching their size, and making sure it's difficult for them to score on the offensive end.
Pissot got caught. Now they get it to Galvin to reset the offense here.
Aubrey Galvin is a special point guard. She's got the speed and the quickness, but she is so under control.
Blake's has to go here. 3 on the clock. Blake's gets all the way to the rack. Are you kidding me? And that is what makes her the magician. It's an 11-point lead for the number 5 team in the land. They lead it 18-7. What a start for Shea Ralph's squad. Shane, last year, as a freshman, Shea Ralph said that Michaela Blake's has the mentality of Maya Moore. And I thought that was one of the ultimate compliments you could give a freshman who's a newcomer to the program. Well, listen, we've seen what Michaela Blake's can do, and truly might just be the best player in college basketball.
Well, she lives up to the hype. And, you know, it's one thing to see it on TV, but to witness it in person every day is truly, truly special. She is a gift to the game of basketball. You see on that last play as she switched from the left to the right hand, sweet move off the glass. I mean, there's not a lot of players that can do that when you're the best player on the floor. And the scouting report is literally to stop you. She's great in every aspect of the game.
All right, Texas, Vic Schaefer had to call a timeout, and I'll tell you what, out of the timeout, that is a really nice design there for Booker, but Booker's banged up right now. Hard contact, got the bucket to go. Chance of a three-point play, but you cannot lose her, of course. If you're Texas, hope that she's okay. That foul's on Blake's her first.
Well, Michaela got there a little late on the help defense, and so she was able to get all the way to the basket and get up and finish up over the defense. And certainly hope she's okay. One of the better players in our game.
Booker gets the free throw to go. So 18-10, 8-point advantage for Shea Ralph's squad. Booker 6th in the SEC in scoring. 23 of 25 games with 10 or more. And Vic Schaefer was saying, listen, Madison Booker had an offensive night against Kentucky, but said led in other ways, and we needed her to. You get a tie up here, and the possession arrow favors Texas, so they force the turnover.
Yeah, she caught that ball standing straight up, and she's got to get down in the stance a little bit more so she keeps her balance through all of that contact.
What do you think Vic Schaefer was telling his team?
Well, I think part of it is you got to understand Michaela's going to be Michaela. The object of the game is not to stop her. It's to stop everybody else from going off. So continue with the pressure. At the end of the day, they're a great team. They're going to make shots at some point. They haven't done it thus far, but they just got to stay after it and stay in this game and try to keep Memorial Magic out of it as much as possible.
That is the second turnover of the night for Texas. And then on the other side of things, I mean, what else can you say if you're Shea Ralph? They're shooting 67% so far.
Well, they just got to keep it up. Understand that this is a long game. You're playing well right now. Let's stay with our basics, run our offense. Let's be intentional, set good screens, take care of the basketball, because the only way they get back in the game is if you get turnovers. And against the press, you see it right here. You got to remain aggressive against the pressure. The way the pressure works is if you back off. As long as they continue to keep the foot on the pedal, they'll continue to have success.
Galvin, an 81% free throw shooter, gets the first to go. 14th in the country in assists per game. That is the best mark amongst freshmen, 4th best mark in the SEC. Michaela Blake's called her the most impactful player on the team.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that she controls the game, you don't see freshmen like this control the game and the pace of the game as you see Rory Harmon. I mean, obviously one of the best in the country as well, and on many awards lists, knocking down that shot over Galvin.
How about the step back mid-range game there for Harmon? And now it's picked off here by Taya Sidbury, and Sidbury cannot lay it in though, missed it, then tried to save it, and it's going the other way.
What about the hustle right there, staying in the play, even though, you know, a lot of those turnovers that happen above the free throw line are automatic baskets. Not against the Commodores. They're going to fight to get back into it.
Not a great decision there by Galvin. Booker takes it away. Lee wants her second three and connects.
She shot that like it was automatic, and the end result said the same.
Texas forces 24 turnovers per game. They are second in the country in turnover margin. They turn it over just 11.5 times per contest.
Well, for them, it's all about pressure. It's pressure and ball handlers, pressure into your best players, as Michaela gets another layup to fall right there, just with her speed and quickness and understanding where the defense is and how to attack. But the Texas Longhorns, they're going to continue to press full court. What it does is it speeds you up, it takes you out of your offense, and it keeps you uncomfortable. But the Commodores have weathered that storm early in this game. They just got to stick with it.
Sidbury, floater, no good, left it short. Oldacre, Blake's in the mix, and then Wenentanda took it away. And the possession arrow favors Vanderbilt with 1:07 to go in this first quarter.
I cannot say enough how high level this game is on both sides of the floor. This is high level coaching and star-studded play from these players.
Vanderbilt averages 85.4 points per game. That is the 8th best mark in the country. Galvin had to heave it up. Are you kidding me? Aubrey Galvin.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Aubrey Galvin, a freshman, putting in work.
Brianna Preston, sophomore out of Jonesboro, Georgia, checks in for Texas for the first time tonight. Lee, spin move. Oldacre got some space, but could not lay it home. A rare miss there for Oldacre. Galvin behind the back. Pissot back to Galvin. Galvin thought about the three, gonna reset. If you haven't watched Aubrey Galvin play, it is an all-time show is the best way to put it. 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Working on Lee. Galvin the kick, went in ton to the tray. It is true!
Oh my goodness! The Commodores are here. 27-15. Aubrey Galvin with the amazing pass across the court to the wide open teammate to knock down the three.
Aubrey Galvin out of control for most, not for her. What a first 10 minutes here in Nashville. The Doors on top by 12 on the SEC Network. Foster, the three-ball reigning supreme once again here for the Doors.
This is such an amazing game. This is high-level basketball. You're seeing side-step threes. You're seeing step-back threes after people go under the ball screen. I mean, you're seeing passes across the half court for the three-point shot. I mean, they're playing high-level basketball. If it was a puzzle, they figured it out.
I mean, listen, Vanderbilt's on pace for almost 120 points tonight. Justine Pissot with 2 of those 4 triples. She's got 6. Galvin leads the way with 9. A perfect 3 for 3. Blake's is 2 of 4. One in Tonda against her former team in Texas. She's 2 for 2. Of course, hit that 3 before the buzzer to end the first quarter. Vanderbilt shooting 75%. They are shooting 80% from three-point distance. Texas shooting 32%. They don't take a lot of threes, but they are efficient. They are 2 for 3 so far tonight. What do you think Shea Ralph and the rest of the staff was talking about after that first 10?
Defense, defense, defense. Offense gives you a chance. Defense wins games. You look at it right now, they're holding Texas to 6 for 19 from the field. Texas is a great offensive team. So you got to stick with the defense. The offense is going to take care of itself.
Texas, the 6th best scoring team in the country. Vanderbilt, the 8th best scoring team. All right, 10 minutes down, 30 to go. Sidbury tried to lay it in with the left. Would have been an acrobatic shot, but another offensive rebound here for the Horns.
They are challenging every single play at the rim and putting pressure on these guards. But Texas is not going to go away easy. They have the size, they have the athleticism. They're going to try to push this as far as possible.
Now 5 offensive rebounds for Texas so far tonight. That was Brea Cunningham, the junior out of Chula Vista, California, averaging 8.5 points per game. Blake's thought about it. Went in Tonda, wants another. A little bit off to the right, but Sasha Washington, who always seems like she's in the right spot, and then threw it away. Justine Pissot took it back, and the possession arrow favors Vanderbilt.
Well, Sasha didn't have too many options to go with the ball. You would have liked to see her keep that dribble alive right there as opposed to forcing the pass.
How about this one for you? Sasha Washington came into this game with more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. 93 offensive boards to 90 defensive coming in. 3.7 offensive boards per game is 22nd best in the country. She missed all of last season. It's just so fun to see her healthy and happy playing the game she loves again.
Man, Sasha is one of my favorite people in the world. She is such a great individual, good student, and loves the game of basketball, loves her teammates. She plays so hard and is always, always around the basketball.
How about Brea Cunningham? Took it away and then got the easy deuce on the other end.
Told you, Texas will not go away. They're going to continue to be on that glass, and that's going to be their ticket to keeping this game close.
8 double-figure games for Cunningham this year. Had 6 and 4 in the win over Kentucky on Monday. Watch Blake's create here. Now Galvin, who dribbled it off her foot. More great defending by Booker.
Well, with Texas, it's the consistent pressure.
Whole crowd wanted to walk there, and now they get it.
Absolutely. I tell you what, it's in a different way, but the Commodores are adding their pressure in the half court very similarly to the way Texas is doing it full court.
So Vanderbilt, who beat number 10 Oklahoma right here inside Memorial on Monday night, 102-86. They shot 45%, 35% from 3. And Oklahoma's just 2 of 24 from the three-point line. I mean, the Doors did a wonderful job defending. Even though Oklahoma still scored 86 points, they went 2 of 24 from downtown, and that was one of the key differences.
Absolutely. If you're going to beat the Commodores, you got to make shots, and they're going to make it hard for you to do so.
Vic Schaefer wants a review here.
And rightfully so. That ball has some heat on it coming from Sasha.
So originally called Vanderbilt basketball here with 8:04 until the half, an 8-point lead. And we'll wait and get an explanation.
The ruling on the floor is Vanderbilt ball. Texas is appealing that ruling.
All right, so this takes us to a break. We'll get the conclusion when we come back. An 8-point lead for the number 5 team over number 4. Back here inside Memorial, we just got the announcement that the call was overturned. So it will be Texas basketball, and here is the look. Last touch by Moenentanda.
Yeah, that ball has some serious heat on it coming out of Sasha's hands, and it just did hit Moenentanda's hands as it goes out of bounds. But she's got to be excited playing against her former team here.
Yeah, and she talked about it, and I think Shea Ralph did as well. Listen, I'm sure there's always some butterflies, right? She spent a trio of years over at Texas, and that fan base loved her. And Vic Schaefer, I talked about it earlier, though. I mean, just raved about her mom, the rest of her family, and said she's a star, always has been, and she's a star in her role and what she's doing here at Vanderbilt. But on the other side of things, so Texas with a 4-0 run and gun start to this second quarter with 8:04 to go. You got to like what you're seeing here if you're Vic Schaefer, at least to start this second quarter.
Well, you knew this was not going to be a blowout. Vandy came out hot in the first quarter, did their thing. Texas is now throwing their punch, so you know it's going to be a game. Both teams just have to settle down now, get into running their offense, and ensure that they execute at a high level.
Here is Booker. Man-to-man here from Passat. Booker fumbled it. Preston wants the 3. Could not get it. Thought she was fouled. Tapped out to Blakes, and then Blakes got bumped. And instead, no foul going to be called. It's going to be a jump ball.
No superstar protection here by the referees. As we thought that might have ended up in a foul, but they called the jump ball. The ball stays with Texas.
Booker, too easy. Nice inbounds play there for Texas. That's exactly what Horns fans who traveled from Austin, watching back at home, want to see. It's a 6-0 start to this second quarter. Blake's trying to bully her way. Couldn't get it to go. Washington battle for the rebound. No. Moenentanda kick to Galvin, wants her second 3. She cannot connect, and then a grab of the jersey there by Sasha Washington.
Texas' size and aggressiveness is really starting to get the Commodores rattled a little bit. As there's not a whole lot of driving angles. Their size is really hard to get around. As Sasha gets a foul right there.
So Washington picks up her first, team's first, here in this second quarter. Texas starting to find their rhythm, and as I say that, looked like Preston was a little bit out of control. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Aubrey Galvin.
That's just an unfortunate situation right there. Galvin's got her hands up and playing really good defense, and her feet just got tangled up at the end as she was falling down.
So that's Galvin's first, team second. Booker has 7 tonight. Had 8 all of Monday against Kentucky. Trey on the way. No good. Booker following it. Got it. Sid Berry got denied by Del Rosario. That's her second block. Galvin looking to push. Hand off to Blakes. Oh, could not finish with the left.
Tough full speed attempt right there.
And then a walk.
The Commodores applying their own pressure. Again, it looks differently than Texas. Commodores are putting pressure in the half court as Texas does it in the full court. But nonetheless, you can tell by the shooting percentage, Commodores are playing some aggressive defense.
Preston out, Harmon back in. We're taking a look, by the way, Rory Harmon 2 assists away. Now, she has 1 so far tonight. 2 assists away from 900 in her career. Over 1,500 career points. I mean, she just embodies what Texas is about. How about Galvin? Little shake and bake action.
Oh, my goodness. Making the defender touch earth here in Memorial.
Tondo almost picked it off. Way off the mark there was Aaliyah Crump, fabulous freshman out of Minnetonka, Minnesota. Tondo wants another, couldn't get it.
Got to keep shooting. This game is played at such a high speed and high level. Conditioning plays a big role. You don't always have the legs to knock down these threes. The Commodores are going to stay with it.
Vanderbilt leads by 8, make it 11. Point blank, Pissot once again.
You know who always has legs for their jump shot? Justine Pissot knocking down another 3-point basket.
I was talking about this with somebody as Harmon slips, but missed everything that time. I was talking about this with somebody earlier. It just feels like Justine Pissot should take about 10 to 15 threes a game as Blakes banks it home.
Michaela Blakes, you can keep her down for a little bit, but you can't stop her. She scores on the fast break, one-on-one opportunity.
Vic Schaefer calls timeout. The largest lead of the night for Vanderbilt. They're on a 7-0 run in the last 72 seconds, and Blakes just goes coast to coast.
She has one of the best right hands of anybody in the country. She just picks that thing up and spins it off the glass like it's butter.
Blakes is now up to 8. Talked about it earlier, but leads the country in points per game. She's 18th in the nation in pick in your pocket, 18th in steals. She makes 2.5 threes per game. 8 30-point games, had 6 all of last year. I mean, she's built for February, she's built for March, she's built for all 12 months, partner.
Absolutely, and so far in this game, she's got 2 free throws and 3 layups. That accounts for her points, right? You haven't seen her shoot a jumper because of Texas pressure. They're making sure to stay glued to her when she's not getting a ton of space. So even though this might be a low-scoring game for her thus far, you have to believe that in the second half, she's going to open it up a little bit.
They're trying to pick on Del Rosario here. Been watching them. And now you get the matchup that Texas wants here. Little spin move, but missing another layup, and that's going to be over and back, called on Carleton.
Well, here's the thing. When Galvin is on the floor, she does all the little things. She's not playing like a freshman at all. She's playing like a senior guard who knows how to control the game and help her teammates on the other side, even on the rebounding.
Texas is known for their play in the paint, their mid-range game, one of the best, if not the best, in the nation. But Vanderbilt doing a nice job of taking that away so far tonight. Galvin, shifty again behind the back, and a foul on the floor. That one's on Brea Cunningham. Actually, no, that was on Jordan Lee. That is her second, team second.
I'll tell you what, Aubrey gets my vote for freshman of the year. I mean, what she's doing in here is absolutely impeccable. The way that she handles the ball, the way she's handling this pressure, this is an elite amount of pressure that Texas is bringing to the table, and she is handling it like it's nothing.
Pissot, that would have been something, might have been partially altered. Lee leads the break here. Lee tried to lay it home and got fouled on the way up, so 2 free throws coming up for number 7. That foul was on Justine Pissot. That's her second. Team's third.
Anytime you go below that free throw line, you just got to know that you're going into some height and some strength. So nothing easy is happening for the Longhorns at the basket.
Jordan Lee, who hit her first 2 trays of the night. That was her first free throw attempt and got it to go. Jordan Lee, 6 points per game last year on the SEC all-freshman team. Now averaging double that at least. And how about the save? But Del Rosario with her 3rd stuff of the night.
She has come off the bench and been a spark defensively for the Commodores. I mean, every time the ball gets near the rim, she is right there. What a block.
Aaliyah Del Rosario, the junior out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, transferred in from LSU. She played in 28 games for the Tigers last year, has been in and out of the lineups this season, and now a discussion between Booker and Del Rosario, who puts her hands up saying, no problem. Listen, and this is the stuff we live for, right? You just see the battle down low between Booker and Del Rosario. And Booker gets it right in the face of Del Rosario and got the mid-range to go.
Well, here's the thing. Great offense beats great defense every day of the week. And that's what you just saw.
Del Rosario lost it. Blakes picks it up. And a foul. That's going to be the second on Brea Cunningham. And the third on Texas here in this second quarter.
Del Rosario leaning into Booker, just letting her know, I know you're a good player, but I'm here.
Blake's trying to take on Harmon. Little step back, Jay. Oh, my.
I told you, in the first quarter, it was all at the rim. She's going to create a little space and get that jumper going here in the second.
Rory Harmon, who might just be the best defender in the country, is saying, are you kidding me? What more do you want her to do? Floating it in that time was Ashton Judd, the senior out of West Plains, Missouri. Averaged 11.5 points per game for Mizzou last year. Blake's in transition. Texas has to do a better job, don't they, of getting back?
Well, the thing is, you can't be strong full court and at the rim on the other side. You got to pick one. And they're really strong in the full court press, but they're a little weaker when it comes to getting back in transition.
Galvin, the banker, goes. Had to shield off her defender with the left hand and gets it with the right.
What do they say? Good players create, great players steal. She took one from her teammate, Michaela Blakes, right there, kept it in her right hand and kissed it off the glass for the lay-in.
Rory Harmon is 1 assist away from 900 in her career. And that is just so smooth there from Harmon, but couldn't get it. Last touched by Texas.
Aubrey Gavin, 5'6", putting it in the right hand, high up off the glass, keeping it away from the defense. My, what is not to like about this Commodore team?
Vanderbilt shooting 50%. Blakes thinking baseline, got it to go, and the foul. Michaela Blakes taking over in Memorial once more.
That was just, I'm going to enforce my will on the smaller player. I'm gonna get to my spot, I'm gonna go up strong and get the and one no matter what. As Kobe Bryant once said, you better send 2.
Blakes is up to 12, trying to match her teammate in Galvin for the game high. Now up to 13 and does. And the lead, the largest of the night, up to 15. How about this right now? Number 5 Vanderbilt on top of number 4 Texas by 15 points with 2 and change to go in this second quarter.
Back in my roots of Mississippi, they would call that some good home cooking.
Booker, baseline, missed everything, rebound Galvin. Galvin and Blakes have 26 apiece. That's what the Longhorns have. Blakes couldn't get in. How about Ayanna Mitchell with the face mask and all? Got her nose popped on Monday against Oklahoma. Blakes once again.
Again, enforcing her will on this Longhorn team, giving it to them in all kinds of ways as Lee comes back with the lay-in herself.
Lee with the answer, but how about Ayanna Mitchell? It's not, you know this as well as anyone at times. When you're on that bench, you haven't played for 18 minutes, all of a sudden you come out, you get a big-time offensive board, and it leads to another Michaela Blakes lay-in. Aga Makara, she's a three-point sniper. Wenentanda against her former buddy and teammate, and Wenentanda got it to go.
She is such a good player. She has great size. She has the touch to shoot it from deep, but she can also go back to the basket and get the team a bucket, as you see her do it well right there.
Still plenty of time left, but by the way, if you didn't think Vanderbilt's for real, take a look at this score so far. Another answer here for Texas, back to within 15.
But here's a lesson for every coach and every player playing ball in the country. Don't just watch what's happening on the floor. Watch the Commodores bench. They're engaged, every single person. You talked about coming off the bench, hadn't played the whole time, making impactful plays. It's a part of the culture.
Blakes to Mitchell.
She gets to lock in.
And guess what? Michaela Blakes returns the favor.
Absolutely, absolutely.
This will be the final offensive possession of this first half. The Doors have dominated. Final 5 seconds. Preston shake and bake move. Preston floats one, could not get it, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes. Listen, we thought Oklahoma was the best 20 minutes in that first half that they had played all season. This might have topped it. Vanderbilt, the number 5 team in the land, leads Texas.
This is the expectation. We have the best player in the country. We have the best team in the country. Now let's go out and show we're just that.
So the Doors will start with it here. Final 20 minutes between number 4 and number 5. Blakes, a 3-ball is good. The lead is up to 20.
She only made 1 jump shot in the first half, but she starts the second half splashing from 3.
Inside, Cunningham got caught. Trying to make a move on Washington, couldn't bank it home. And how about Lee skying high for the offensive rebound, and then Lee the pull-up, no good. Last touched by Ashton Judd.
With this smaller lineup with Sasha on the floor, with Wenentana, Commodores have to do a better job of creating space in their box out so that they don't give up so many second chances.
Galvin trying to get to the rack, lays it in with the left. So the 1-2 punch, they call him Batman and Robin, taking over to start the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dynamic duo has showed up in the second half, in case you were wondering.
An illegal screen on Cunningham.
Michaela showing that she can defend as well on the other side, fighting through the screen. She caught a pretty serious shoulder right there, but she's a champion.
That is the third on Brea Cunningham, so Oldacre back into the ball game.
And Texas is not worried at all. They bring in a 6'6" forward that is a senior as the backup.
Galvin from way downtown. Boy, that would have been something. got her own miss somehow. Feeds it to Washington. Couldn't lay it home, but a blocking foul called. And 2 free throws coming up for number 35.
Listen, when you're feeling it, you gotta use a heat check every now and then. Even Aubrey smiling about that one. Yeah, I got a little excited. My bad.
She was logo lurking.
She's like, hey, if I hit it, I'm on ESPN.
That foul was on Ashton Judd. That was her first, team's second. Sasha Washington, who has been the heart and soul of this program for Shea Ralph in her 5th season. Missed 957 days of action before taking the court against Cal in Paris. That's where it all started in this 2025-2026 season for Shea Ralph's squad. Lead up to 24. Booker tried to feed Oldacre. It was poked away by Mwenentanda.
Offense gives you a chance. Defense wins games. Commodores playing incredible defense.
They have put 4 different defenders on Michaela Blakes tonight. It's Judd's assignment right now. Backdoor slip. Blakes couldn't get it to go. That was nice defending there by Judd and got the rebound. Harmon trying to go coast to coast and does. Got bumped and won.
Harmon trying to will her team to make some shots and to bring some energy. She just pushed the ball down, gets to her spot, uses her athleticism to get up and finish to keep her team in it.
Rory Harmon still 1 assist away from 900 in her career, completes the 3-point play, over 1,500 career points, 1 more assist. She gets to 900, most assists all time at the University of Texas. Also has the most steals in program history with 353 coming in, broke Linda Wagner's record 2 games ago. Linda Wagner's record stood for 46 seasons. And Sasha Washington finishes 56-33, 23-point advantage.
Can't say enough about Aubrey Galvin. That whole play worked solely because she's so good.
3 ball. No good that time by Judd.
Justine Passat showing her size, helping the rebound on the boards.
Galvin, oh, what a dime!
Aubrey Galvin showing she's got some magic tricks of her own with the no-look pass off the pick and roll.
Booker.
Sasha Washington with the rebound.
This is the statement of the season right now. Little reverse action, but Blake's a little bit too strong. Galvin. Here is Crump, the freshman. Little step back, Jay. Well, rebound to Washington.
Here's what Texas has to be careful of as they're down 25 right now in Memorial. When you look at the score, every single person on the Longhorns team knows that they're capable of playing big-time basketball, but you can't get into hero ball. That's where mistakes happen that cost you over the course of the season. So they got to continue to do what they do well. As you see the jump shot right there by Aaliyah Crump in transition.
Crump was previously 0 for 4, now 1 of 5. That's her first bucket of the night. She was hurt for 2 months, missed all of December, came back January 18th versus A&M, the number 5 player in the class of 2025, 2-time All-State selection at Minnetonka High School. Booker wanted Passat, couldn't get the step back Jay to go.
Booker is doing what she's supposed to do. She's being aggressive and trying to make things happen. Passat, unlikely miss. I'm sure the Longhorns don't want to make the habit out of that.
Harmon, shake and bake, got it stripped away by Blakes.
Again, hero ball. You start to force stuff.
Blakes tray in transition.
Michaela with the dagger. Telling the Commodores, we're not backing down. We're keeping our foot on the gas. This is the Commodore home. They're gonna play like it. Look at the three-point shot. Facial. Going to the break, 61-34.
Because of Aubrey Galvin making her case for Freshman of the Year.
Oh my goodness. The pick and roll, the eyes in the back of her head, the eyes on the side of her head, the no look, you name it, she's doing it for the Commodores. The reason that they're up 26 is because they have the best freshman, arguably one of the best players in the country in Aubrey Galvin. Can't say enough about her leadership, her grit, her toughness, and her ability to will this team to this kind of a lead.
She scored over 2,100 points in her high school career, en route to an all-state selection at Wilmette Loyola Academy. Jewel Lloyd, I think you know the name, is a mentor to her, WNBA superstar Jewel Lloyd, and has really helped her train in the off-season, and it's made a big difference. And you can just see why Michaela Blake says she is the most impactful player on this Doors team. Blake's tried to pick the pocket. Three ball. It's good. How about the touch there from Crump?
The Longhorns executing their offense. That's what they got to get back to. They're not going to do it by people being heroes. They're going to do it as a team effort.
Blake's crashing and colliding, got fouled. We'll wait to see who it's on. It's going to be on Brea Cunningham, and I think that's her fourth. It is. So the fourth on Brea Cunningham. The lead is 23 for the number 5 team in the country. More from Memorial when we come back. Michaela Blake's taken over once again. 50% from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown. She's up to 21.
Well, she's one of, if not the best player in the entire country, and she's showing you exactly why. She's such an efficient scorer, but she's a full player. She's the leader of this team, and she's doing it on both sides, doing it defensively, sharing the basketball, but also she can really, really score.
This graphic tells a great story. Since 2009-2010, you see Izzy Higginbottom, who was excellent at Arkansas, graduated from there last year. Leilani Correa in 2024 had 3 30 pieces in a row. Michaela Blake's 9 more to go still, but on pace for her 4th consecutive 30-point performance.
And here's the thing about it. She hasn't necessarily dominated the game because she's not scored in multiple possessions over and over again. But she has dominated the game in her efficiency and the confidence that she's given her teammates.
Blake's up to 22, the lead up to 24. How do you come back down 24 with 4 and change to go in this third quarter if you're Texas?
Well, you got to do it on the defensive side of the ball. And now that you understand the Commodores, as Winatana gets a block right there and gets the foul. But they got to do it on the defensive side. Booker's obviously a great player. She's going to get herself to the line. She's going to score it. But you got to stop the Commodores from scoring at such a high clip. And so you have to do it on the defensive side, and more in the half court than in the full court, because Vandy's done a great job of handling their press.
Booker gets the first to go. Of course, Booker and Winatana, talked about it earlier, but former teammates, really good friends, played with each other for a couple of seasons as Booker goes 1 of 2. And then a foul committed on Sidbury. So for Sidbury, that's her first, team's 4th.
Sasha Washington staying around the ball. That's her 7th rebound of the match.
Vanderbilt was picked 7th in the preseason poll. Texas was picked to win the league. As Buenentanda is going to shoot 2 free throws here because Vanderbilt is in the bonus.
She's just putting her head down saying, I'm better than you. I'm going to make something happen. And she gets herself to the free throw line.
That is the first foul on Preston. Jackalenga, who had 13 points and 9 rebounds, was a board away from a double-double in that win against Oklahoma. Listen, she had 3 points and 3 boards in Texas's win over Vanderbilt last year. And listen, the Horns dominated that one, 87-66 in Austin.
Revenge so sweet.
This crowd, this Commodore crowd, has been electric tonight. As banking one home is Cunningham, who's playing with 4 fouls. And that is going to be an offensive foul on Michaela Blake. She picks up her 2nd.
Well, that's the thing that the Commodores have to guard against right here. The only way Texas gets back into this game is if they enforce their will on the defensive side of the floor with pressure. So the Commodores have to be intentional about executing. Just execute. You don't have to meet strength with strength right now. You just need to execute.
If you're Texas, is there a number you're looking at to get this down to start the 4th quarter?
Well, absolutely. You want to get it down to 15-10 if absolutely possible.
Nice feed by Preston as Cunningham lays it home, and all of a sudden the lead down to 20.
I just also want it to be known that Madison Booker is out here guarding the Commodores' point guard as Sasha gets an easy one at the rim. And Madison Booker is 6'1", and she's guarding Aubrey Gavin, that is 5'6".
Yeah, well, that's because of the toughness of Madison Booker. I mean, I'm sure she sat in the huddle and said, no, I want her.
No doubt.
Crump misses badly there. Blake's 3 in transition left it short.
She second-guessed whether or not she wanted to shoot that. That's why she missed it.
Booker, nice catch by Cunningham. But then Cunningham got tied up with Jackalenga.
The crowd favorite, Sasha Washington, getting some hometown love.
Booker. Crump way out of control that time. But Cunningham battling for the board, but could not get it to go. Now Booker. Look at the hustle on both sides. And then the tie-up favors Vanderbilt.
This is what high-level basketball looks like. This is a top 5 matchup, and they're showing you exactly why. They take no possessions off, no possession for granted. You see them battling on the boards, diving on the floor for loose balls, and it's everybody. It's not just 1 or 2 people. It's your superstars included.
Almost a travel there by Jackalenga. And a foul away from the ball.
The Commodores, they just have to execute. Be intentional, set good screens. Don't fight back. Just allow your execution to beat the pressure, and they'll be just fine.
So that's the 2nd on Preston. And again, Vanderbilt is in the bonus. So Michaela Blake's 2 free throws coming up. Blake's the reigning Tamika Catchings Freshman of the Year. Became the first player since Candace Parker to be named SEC Freshman and Player of the Week in the same week. That was back in 2006. And anytime you're in the same conversation as Candace Parker, you're doing something right.
You're doing something right, and she's in the same conversation with literally every superstar to play the game. And you just got to love what Shea Ralph has to say about her superstar, that it's just a joy to coach her. She brings it every day. She doesn't take plays off. And she brings that energy to practice the same way she does on game day.
Booker. Cunningham off the window. Nice feed there by Booker.
Well, the Longhorns have the size, so they're going to continue to use it. But you got to know that they are not going to get back into this game making two-point baskets.
Jackalenga got blocked. The stuff by Sidbury. So Lee leads the way. She has 11 for Texas. Booker and Cunningham in double figures. They have 10 apiece. Blake's with 24, Galvin with 15. And then a trio with 8 or 9 for Shea Ralph's squad.
Commodores have to be very intentional not to gamble.
Booker got her own miss, and that was a foul over the back there on Jackalenga.
Madison Booker is a pro. That's the only thing that you can say about her. She sees a matchup that she likes. She just goes straight to the rim, is aggressive, and gets the foul called.
So that was the second on Jackalenga. That's the 4th team foul. So with 1:16 left in this third quarter, whatever foul happens next, if it does here in the third, will send Texas to the line. But Cunningham playing with those 4 fouls, taking over right now.
Yeah, well, she knows she has a size advantage on the inside over Sasha, so she's going to continue to exploit that as much as possible.
This is Cunningham's 9th double-digit game of 2025-2026, and taken away by Booker. Jackalenga hits the deck. Booker in transition. Crump for 3 is no good, but Cunningham is there. Nobody boxes her out.
Cunningham is cleaning it up.
So the lead shrinks to 18, and Agamakara got fouled by Crump, so she's headed to the charity stripe for 2.
That's how you have to play pressure. You have to stay aggressive. You can't back off, because then they take advantage of you. The Longhorns trying to creep into this 20-point lead. Commodores trying to leave it right where it's at.
Agamakara, the junior out of Poland, played an efficient 16 minutes against Oklahoma on Monday. Gets the first free throw to go. And by the way, this is only her 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the season. She's now a perfect 3 for 3. A really good shooter is number 24, and make it a perfect 4 for 4 on the year.
And you didn't jinx her.
Yeah, how about that? Well, it's been all number 5 here in this pivotal matchup in the Southeastern Conference. Texas trying to get some momentum going into the 4th.
Again, they got to resist the urge of playing hero ball.
Picked off by Jackalenga. Not what Vic Schaefer wanted to see. Shot clock is off. Blakes doesn't care. All the way to the rack, got fouled. And 2 more free throws coming up for the Magician.
And the Commodore bench is saying that that's 5.
And it was on Brea Cunningham. That is her 5th. She is fouled out of the game. And Madison Booker is trying to plead the case, saying the foul should be on Preston. So Cunningham, who had a really solid third quarter, she will not play the 4th. She's fouled out of this game with 7 seconds left in this third.
That is the tricky part about really, really good bigs. They often stay in foul trouble, and it's tough to see her go when the Longhorns are going to need her in this final quarter.
So this is interesting here. I mean, normally when a foul is called on a player, they don't change it, but now they're talking about it on whether it was on Preston or if it was on Cunningham.
They've got a big decision to make, that's for sure.
So all three officials coming together here. And this is critical because either Cunningham's night is done early, and they may take a look.
The ruling on the floor is a foul on 25 Texas. We are going to review to make sure we did not get the wrong number.
Listen, you get the boos from the crowd, but it's the right decision.
Absolutely.
In a superstar showdown like this, you want to make sure you got the call correct. And so that's what they're doing here.
And you know, I think the Commodores really, it doesn't matter to them one way or the other, but it's certainly inconclusive that this is a foul on number 25, Bria Cunningham.
So Vanderbilt shooting 56%, Texas 35%, 47% from three, 7 of 15 for Shea Ralph's squad, 3 of 10 for Vic Schaefer's team. And here is the call we believe coming up here in a second.
I will be shocked out of my mind if they change this call.
After review, the foul on 25 Texas is confirmed. That is her 5th foul.
And as the Lion said on Lion King, bye-bye.
So 69-49, 7 seconds left. Michaela Blakes with 2 more free throws coming up. She is 6 of 7 from the line so far tonight. Just a touch under 85% on the season. Make it 6 of 8. But a chance at 25 points with 10 minutes left.
So you got to know that consecutive 30-point game streak will continue.
Preston trying to make a move here. At the horn, for the horns, and how about that? Bully ball from Brianna Preston, an and-one opportunity, and that is exactly what Texas fans wanted to see.
Well, Preston is going to continue to press her way to the basket. She knows that she's going to have an opportunity to get some contact here. She creates the contact, which gives her the space she needs to get the ball up and in.
Every point matters here late in this contest. And Aubrey Galvin not going to take a chance there. So Vanderbilt's lead is down to 18. They lead the number 4 team in the land. What a first 30 minutes it's been for Shea Ralph's squad. Texas trying to answer the call when we come back on the SEC Network. Being studied and watched by a lot of fans around the country. All right, final 10 minutes here between number 4 and number 5. Texas has to go in a hurry here if they want a chance to come back. That is a nice slip to the hoop, and the lay-in by Sidbury, the lead down to 16. Alex Gould, Shane Foster, Dean McConaughey, our producer, and our entire SEC Network crew, we appreciate you kicking it with us for number 4 versus number 5, and an offensive foul here. That's going to be on Justine Passat, it looked like. Actually, it might have been Del Rosario. We'll wait and see who the foul was on.
Well, I tell you what, as I said before, the Commodores have to make sure that when the defensive pressure goes up, that they remain poised.
How about that? Preston lays it in, and all of a sudden here, Shane, 14-point affair.
Yes, this is just a lesson in being poised. They are going to pressure the Commodores. They have to in order to stay in this game. The Commodores cannot allow themselves to get sped up. They have to figure out how to remain under control, let the clock run. They don't need to hit home runs. Texas does.
I'll tell you what, extended minutes here for Brianna Preston. We have not seen Rory Harmon in a while. Galvin, mid-range game. No good. Rebound to Sidbury. Preston. What a find. Crump for three. Boy, that would have been a big one for the Longhorns, but an offensive rebound for Sidbury.
Well, the Commodores can't back off their half-court pressure just because they're up. The lead is no longer 20, and so they got to play like this is a battle.
Preston into Oldacre, and Oldacre lays it in.
Sasha Washington is coming back into the game to bring that grit on the inside that the Commodores desperately need right now.
The lead was once 27. It is down to 12. Blake's trying to get it back to 15. That was a deep tray, could not connect, and didn't take a lot of the shot clock. Booker, coast to coast, in transition to three. A little bit too strong.
Well, the Commodores are going to continue to play at the pace that they want to play because that's who they are.
And now you see Shea Ralph's squad bleeding a little bit more clock. And I know they want to go quickly, Shane, but at the end of the day, with this lead, time is on your side. And how about the tie up there? Crowd thought there was a foul before the jump ball.
Well, the thing is, when the Commodores are in this position of receiving a ton of pressure from the Longhorns, they in turn have to be more disciplined. They have to make sure that they're strong with the ball. Their passes have to be on point. They got to make sure they set good screens, and they have to remain poised.
It's a 6-0 run and gun start for Texas here in the fourth. They're on a 9-0 run. The lead down to 12. 7:42 would go between number 4 and number 5. All of a sudden, the lead down to 12. Texas on a nice run to start the fourth. Taking a look at Charlie Cream's bracketology here. Texas and South Carolina, along with UCLA and UConn, are number 1 seeds as of this moment. Could that change? We shall see if Vanderbilt wins this game. They're projected with LSU as a number 2 seed. Listen, Charlie Cream was saying in his write-up today that with a loss, there was no chance of Vanderbilt getting a number 1 seed, but with a win, keeps their hopes alive. And so we'll see if both teams flip-flop. Vandy's ranked wins, number 6 LSU, number 7 Michigan, number 10 Oklahoma on Monday, and number 18 Kentucky. For Texas, they have had the hardest schedule in the country. Number 2 UCLA, number 3 South Carolina, number 6 LSU, number 12 Baylor, 14 Ole Miss, 18 Kentucky, 21 UNC, 7 ranked wins as Galvin stops the run.
Aubrey Galvin for 3. Man, you gotta love this freshman.
Boy, did Vanderbilt need it. Lead back up to 15. The other freshman in Crump got fouled.
Hard drive to the basket right there. Texas is gonna stay in this game because they're gonna continue to put pressure at that rim. Their whole game is defense on the other side and applying pressure. So that's what's gonna give them a chance here in the fourth. They gotta make free throws because the Commodores are not gonna just let them score at the basket. They've defended well all day. But of course, Texas is the number 4 team in the country. They're not gonna go away lightly.
Crump now up to 6, make it 7. The Longhorns, who went to the Final Four last year, finished 35-4, tied with South Carolina for the SEC regular season crown. And it was almost thrown away, and it was. So Blakes was looking for Galvin around the screen, but Galvin, I think she stumbled, and then it was poked away by Preston.
Well, she forgot what play they were running. That's what happened. She was looking to go set a screen for somebody instead of popping the receiving ball.
Texas is 3 of 11 from 3. And you can see still trying to do it with the 2-point game as Booker on offensive foul called.
Michaela Blakes doing it on the defensive end. 35 versus 1, the premier matchup of today's game. Madison Booker, Michaela Blakes. Michaela's winning the matchup on both sides of the floor right now as we speak. Little weave action right here.
Eight to shoot. Crossover, step back Jay for Galvin is no good.
It's a good shot though.
Preston tried to go coast to coast, was hoping maybe for an offensive rebound or a foul called, and now we get a tie-up.
Good recognition right there by Talia Sidbury. Getting the tie up. Forces a jump ball. She did get her hands on the ball. The whistle came pretty quick.
.13 game. And another offensive foul on Booker, and Vic Schaefer better be careful here. He does not agree with that call.
Vic Schaefer's gonna try to protect his best player, but she did barrel into twice in a row. As you see, she lowered that shoulder and just tried to bully her way.
So a crucial call there on Booker. She picks up back-to-back fouls offensively. And now another tie-up. It favors Texas staying on, or excuse me, it favors Vanderbilt staying on this end of the floor.
Yes. Again, this is a test in execution.
A stoppage here by one of the officials. I think they're taking a look at the clock.
I can appreciate the attention to detail to make sure that they get it right. .13 game. Texas Longhorns are still within striking distance. The Commodores cannot take a breather. They got to keep their foot on the pedal, but just do it in a way that shows tremendous poise and execution.
Blakes with 25, feeds Washington. Washington, the banker is good.
When in doubt, go to the tried and true, Sasha Washington.
Washington now has 10 and 7. Booker got it denied by Washington into the arms of Crump. Galvin with the reach in. That's the third on Aubrey Galvin. Third team foul here in this fourth quarter.
That foul doesn't hurt her. She knows she's at a disadvantage in terms of the size, so she wasn't going to let Madison just attack her.
Still no Rory Harmon for Texas. I'm not sure why, as Booker gets the mid-range jumper to go. So still a 13-point advantage. How about that? The press break is perfect.
Amazing pass right there by Michaela Blakes, trusting her teammate. And when in time to knocks it down for two.
Booker, book it.
She is such a good player and not gonna let her team just take it. She's gonna respond.
You can see Shea Ralph saying, all right, we like to go quick, push the tempo, trying to take some time here if they can.
Well, she's gonna run
Hand
the
off
clock.
to Pissat. Couldn't get it, but there is Sasha Washington, who muscles her way for the offensive board, and then a tie-up, and now this favors Texas.
Yes. Sasha's showing some tremendous fight. I think Sasha might be bleeding.
Yeah, a little scratch or cut on the arm of Sasha Washington. I think Shea Ralph is talking about whether or not she wants to call timeout, maybe.
Well, it looks like Winitanda is the one that's actually bleeding. So they're going to tape it up real quick, and we'll deal with that after the game is over.
What a treat it's been, huh? I mean, what a treat it's been tonight. Number 4 versus number 5 could very well be national championship matchup, Final Four matchup, Elite 8, whatever you want to call it. That has the feel tonight. And listen, I know Texas maybe played their worst half of the season against Vanderbilt here tonight, but slowly and steadily they've been climbing back. That was the question, though. Down 27 at one point. Was it too much to overcome? We'll find out.
I'll tell you what, this has been the best night I've had all week. Such an amazing game we get a chance to watch here today.
Oldacre trying to bully her way in, couldn't bank it home. Booker, how about the touch?
When in doubt, get the ball to your best player. Madison Booker can deliver.
Booker, who averages over 18 points per game, she's up to 16. Doubles her total from Monday night when she had 8 in the win over Kentucky. Washington, a little bit too strong. Who is it last touched by? Last touched by Texas.
If Sasha uses the pump fake right there, she gives herself 2 free throws, but she went quick, and the defense was able to put their pressure on it.
The ruling on the floor is Vanderbilt ball. Texas is appealing that ruling.
We're going to take a look at it. It's a big-time appeal because if Texas loses this challenge here, they lose a timeout. Talk about ball advancements here on the women's side of things, and boy, that was really close.
If this was on the sports books, I would say that this was out on Texas for sure.
Well, taking a look, though, at the end there, it looked like maybe Washington swiped it out. Let's see.
Think so?
It's real close.
No, not at all.
After review, the call on the floor is confirmed. Texas will be charged a 30-second timeout.
Yes.
And that is pivotal. I mean, that's pivotal because under 1 minute left, you can advance the basketball. And so now Texas is down to 1 timeout left.
That will definitely play a factor in this game. As Texas is down 11, they desperately need stops, and it starts with this possession right here.
So 10 on the shot clock here. Blake's trying to create. Blake's went up with it, and she was the last one to have her hands on the basketball. So it's a turnover there for Michaela Blake's. That's the 17th of the night, forced by Texas. Pivotal possession. Sidbury tried to force it into Oldacre, and it was poked off of the knee of Kyla Oldacre.
Winitanda is such a key player for this Commodore team, not only because of her size, but because she makes plays like this. It doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but getting another possession for the Commodores, taking a possession away from Texas is so critical.
Nice slip by Washington, got denied though. How about the help side defense there by Sidbury, who gets the stuff?
Well, they wanted
Booker,
to run that play on
to
the
get it down
side.
to single digits, could not.
Yeah, the Commodores wanted to run that play to the opposite side so that Sasha would be finishing with her left hand as opposed to her right.
Blake's got bumped by Preston.
Michaela does a phenomenal job of using that pressure, using the pressure of the defense to get them. She gets into your hip, and she keeps you there doesn't use the left hand, so it's not an offensive foul, keeps the ball in the right hand, doesn't even touch the left hand at all, goes into the shot. She's getting herself to the free throw line.
Blake's now up to 26, and that was her 8th made free throw of the contest. Make it 27, and the lead back up to 13. And this is where it's just tough for Texas. When they're in a hole like this, they're just not a great three-point shooting team. They don't take a lot of threes. So they try and do it with the mid-range game and some set pieces offensively. There is Crump, who misses the three. Just talking about it. Booker, reverse action.
Madison Booker is scoring almost all of the Longhorns' points here in this fourth quarter.
Texas just can't quite get over that hump to get it down to single digits. Foul called on Sidbury. That is her second, team's 4th. So now Vanderbilt is in the bonus.
And expect the Commodores to keep the ball in Aubrey and Michaela's hands.
Blake's crossover for 3 is good!
That is mean. Michaela, that might be the dagger to close out this game. With 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock, Texas is gonna have to go fast.
And oh, by the way, another 30-piece for Michaela Blakes, her 9th of the season, her 4th in a row, as Booker answers on the other end.
Booker's not gonna just go away, but Michaela did not come here to play any games at all other than basketball. She is a phenomenal player. You're watching the nation's best.
Listen, she wants a national title. She wants a Final Four appearance more than anything. But she's also battling for the best player in college basketball. She wants that Wooden Award to add to the shelf. Final 60. Sidbury could not get it. And the woes continue from downtown for Vic Schaefer's squad.
And this game is in hand as you hear the Memorial Magic here, excited about what they just witnessed. Top 5 matchup. The Commodores did not disappoint. And the #1 player in the country dropping 30, going to the line to possibly make it 32.
I mean, what more could we say? She's the magician. I mean, she really is. What she's able to do on the basketball floor, it's so almost impossible to teach, as you see a big ovation for Justine Passat, Jackalengua Munintanda against her former team in Aubrey Galvin.
The job that Shea Ralph has done with this Commodore team is absolutely phenomenal. She should absolutely be in consideration for Coach of the Year. I mean, what she's done with this team and the best player in the entire nation has just been outstanding.
The best ranked win in Vanderbilt history came against #3 Auburn. That was 73-70 inside Memorial back in 2009. This is going to be a top 4 win to add to the resume. Final offensive possession of the night. Booker cannot get the 3. Blake's battles for the board, and she gets fouled. So with 6.5 seconds left, Michaela Blakes will shoot 2 more free throws.
With a chance to make it 34 to close out such an amazing, amazing game by Michaela, by Sasha, Aubrey Galvin, Munintanda. I mean, what a game. What a game. Much deserved celebration. by the Memorial Magic.
Sasha Washington gets a loud ovation. So number 6 LSU, number 7 Michigan, number 10 Oklahoma, number 18 Kentucky. The wins for Vanderbilt coming in, and let's listen to this roll. The magician's latest trick. Michaela Blake's with 34 points. Final shot at the buzzer is no good, and it's a top 4 win for Shea Ralph's squad. They dominate the number 5 Texas Longhorns. They win it 86-70.
What a game from start to finish. They came in, understood the assignment. They defended at a high level. Their shooters made shots. Their best player showed up, extremely excited to put on a show and to prove why she's the number 1 player in the country.
We're getting ready for Michaela Blake's over here. All smiles for Aubrey Galvin. She had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.